Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel today. So it has been around 1 month since I uploaded, and I've just been a very busy person, but I have a flight in 5 hours, and you bet your sweet ass I'm not getting any sleep. It's currently 2 in the morning right now. My clock just says 8:16 because I have Arch on my other hard drive, and that seems to just fuck up the time on my Windows PC. So it's actually 2 a.m. right now, so I'm just putting out a piece of content and just because I'm bored. But I'm going to be going over why I still use this legendary operating system in the year 2024. So every fucking day I check my YouTube comments because I've made some pretty popular YouTube videos and I just see these fucking rats, these fucking keyboard warriors just typing like why do you still use Windows 7 in the year 2024? You're going to get hacked. Your mom's nudes are going to get leaked on Pinterest. Like, just these fucking gremlins. Okay, these fucking sewer rats that basically come from the like I don't even know how to describe these type of people. They are the slimiest, dirtiest, funky people you could ever think of. All right, they're like Thomas Crooks but more retarded, basically. And these people just have it like they think they know stuff. Like they think they're so computer literate because they play Fortnite on their gaming computer that their mom and dad bought them, and they're a semi-pro who uses cheats but hides it from everyone. Like these motherfuckers think they know it all. Well, actually, if you use Windows 10, you're less secure. But I'm gonna go load up my game with kernel level anti-cheat that steals all my info. Well, it doesn't really steal your information, but it spies on all your files, and that's kind of like a point that I'm gonna make in my video. So I just want to go over the general basis of my computer real quick. Okay, let me pull this shit over for my second monitor. I have a Ryzen 9 3900X and a 5700 XT. I swapped out my 1080 Ti for a 5700 XT because Linux runs so much better on AMD cards. Now, NVIDIA does have pretty good drivers for Linux, but the open source drivers, which is what they're developing right now, is not going to support anything lower than, or it's not going to support any of the GTX cards. So I'm planning on upgrading my GPU in the next 2 years. By 2 or 3 years from now, I probably won't be using Windows 7, but for now I am because I don't do much on my computer. Like you see my desktop, I don't have Steam installed. I don't really game as much as I used to, and that's just like I could make a whole other video about this, but gaming in general has just gotten so bad. I'm not even interested. Like I've been reading books over gaming. Like I genuinely look forward to coming home from practice and reading a fucking book than playing this dog shit. The Call of Duty, which the fucking Fortnite, Apex, all these games have just become so unappealing to me in the last 2 to 3 years because they're just so bad. Like gaming has, as a whole, has just been sucking the last 3 years, and I hope that's not a common theme. I hope it gets revived. But currently, right now, we're in an era of gaming to where there is nothing good coming out. There is no new innovative games coming out because every innovative game has been done. It's been done, did it. There's no fresh ideas right now. Every fucking game is a copy of each other in a sense. So for me, all I do is browse the web on my computer and maybe. So I'm gonna try getting into video editing because I want to make my videos more entertaining to watch. So I'm probably gonna get DaVinci Resolve. But besides from web browsing, virtual machines, schoolwork, I don't do much on my computer. Maybe I'll launch up fucking the finals and maybe X Defiant twice every 2 weeks to play with some of my friends. But besides from those two games, I don't play anything anymore. So I don't need Windows 10 or Windows 11 on my computer. Okay, it's not necessarily just the fact of, oh, I want to use Windows 7, so I'm going to use it. I have my reasons. Trust me. I have a triple boot. I have Windows 11 LTSC, Garuda Linux, which I just call Arch because it's the same fucking thing, basically, just you don't build it, and Windows 7. And people say, oh, but just try Windows 11. Ugh, they grab their fucking leg and squeeze it. Just try it. Try it. Bill Gates fucking spies on you. Just try it. Like these fucking rats just basically just try to force themselves upon. Hey, yo, pause, okay? Okay, but they just try to force Windows 11 down your throat so much. Like, it is just so annoying. They're the most insufferable people on the planet. Now, I'm not worried about my security on Windows 7 because you can literally get ESU until 2026 with embedded POS updates, and I still get updates on a weekly basis. I just updated my PC around 3 hours ago. I had a security update from Windows Embedded POS. I'm still getting security updates on this machine as we speak. So I'm not like security's not even a fucking word to me because I still have up-to-date web browsers thanks to Win32 and the creator of R3D Fox. I don't know the developer, but this is a very good Firefox fork for Windows 7. I have up-to-date web browsing. I have an up-to-date I have an up-to-date Office suite. My printers still work. Like all the creative software that I need for school, all the coding editors. This is a fresh install Windows 7 because I upgraded to it into a 990, so I still have to get all my coding languages installed. But everything works perfectly fine. And if it doesn't, I have Garuda to run those modern problems perfectly. The modern problems, those modern programs perfectly fine. For me, I'm probably gonna just uninstall Windows 11 because I had it for the finals because it runs 3 times better than the Linux. But for me, I have 144 hertz displays. I can't even tell the difference between 130 and 190 FPS. Like it doesn't even make a fucking difference for me. So I'm just gonna wipe Windows 11 entirely because I just don't need a modern Windows. Like as I've said again, there's modern web browsers that are based off very modern versions of Chrome. This is Thorium, the fastest Chrome fork for Windows. It's based off Chrome 122. We have Supermium, which is made by Win32, the same person who made the extended kernel for Windows Vista. He's a pretty chill dude. I've talked to him before. Back to Supermium, version 124. This is the up-to-date web browser. And this is my personal web browser that I use for all my work. I just have Chromium-based browsers for some stuff that doesn't run that well in a Firefox-based browser. But hell about Firefox. This is one of the latest builds of Firefox. So web browsing for me is no problem. If I want to benchmark my computer, I have MSI Afterburner, MSI Combustor. I have a custom fan curve for my graphics card, and this is the latest version of MSI Afterburner, which works with the Windows 7 API add-on, which is VexKex. I'll go more into that later, which is basically just like a other Trojan horse to run modern software. But everything that I could want runs perfectly fine. So this is ARM Cord. I'm not gonna launch it because I don't want to get fucking spam raped by a few of my friends who are online. But this is a custom Discord client which runs on Windows 7. So it's not hard to patch Discord for Windows 7 because it's a Electron-based app. Win32 has something on its GitHub. His Git. You can tell I'm tired. I'm slurring my words and shit. I'm like, oh my god, I need to go to bed. But he has something on his GitHub called Supermium Electron, which is basically you can just replace those files for apps that are based on Electron, and 98% of the time they'll work. The person who makes this custom ARM cord thing just basically will replace all these files with the ones Win32 provides, and he'll update it as soon as Discord gets updated. So Discord is going to run perfectly, and if ARM cord ever breaks, you can just run it in a web browser and download it as a web app, which is basically what Discord is, just a web app. I use VirtualBox. That's self-explanatory. The latest version runs. 7.0 runs without any trouble. So whoever said that it can, you can righteously eat my cock. OBS. I use version 26. You can get 29 up and running, but it doesn't make sense to run those later versions of OBS on Windows 7 because it does not go perform well with arrow transparency. Like even this version of OBS does not do that well with the arrow theme. So I will say that OBS 26 is the best version to use. But yeah, this is my desktop. I don't do much. I just like coming home, using my computer, watching TV. Like I don't do like I feel like an old man. Like I just don't do enough to warrant a modern operating system. And I still get updates. I'm still getting security updates. I still have up-to-date web browsers. So I don't know what the fuck these gremlins want for me. Like, oh, you must install Fortnite. You must put easy anti-cheat on your computer. You must install Valorant. You must put Vanguard on your computer. You must be running kernel level anti-cheat at all fucking time. You must install CrowdStrike. You must do all this. Like, those people are just so goddamn annoying, bro. Like, I cannot stand these people. And they know who they are. They actively watch my videos and they keep fucking spamming me. Upgrade now. Like, I just cannot stand these people, man. Like, I have my reasons. I don't just run Windows 7 because I'm computer illiterate. I run it because it just fucking works. You know, there's a saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm still getting updates. Modern web browsing is still completely fine. Discord works. My coding languages work. You can get the latest version or one of the latest versions of Python up and running. You can get Blender up and running. GIMP still supports Windows 7, and even if that fucking stops, it's open source. You can just change 3 lines of code and bing and bada bing bada boom, you're up and running again with programs like that. But it just makes no sense for me to run Windows 10 or 11 when number one, Windows 10 is going to be in the exact same spot Windows 7 is in a year. So why the fuck would I install that when I'm going to be in the exact same spot? Windows 11 is just so shit in terms of performance. So I'm going to drag my file manager. Okay, even with the 47 FPS I am getting on OBS screen recording and it feeling sluggish when I drag it, that is a better window dragging experience than what I get for the Windows 11 File Explorer. Whenever I drag it, it will literally lag in place. It will literally it will take 2 seconds for it to fucking move when I drag my fucking mouse. It feels like I'm using a fucking it feels like I'm using a fucking bootleg version of Windows when I use Windows 11. It is so slow on my hardware. Now, keep in mind, I don't have the best hardware. My computer components are the better part of 6 years old. I don't expect top tier performance in heavy programs or the modern games, but I can't even get a smooth desktop experience. Now, keep in mind, I've had people tell me, "Oh, you're just saying that because you're a Windows 7 fanboy." People, I feel sorry for the people who haven't been into computers for 8 plus years because you guys never got to experience what it was like to use modern hardware at the time on Windows 7. It was the smoothest experience ever. The Windows didn't like when you drag them, they did not hiccup, they did not stutter. Everything was smooth. You just don't get that with Windows 10 or Windows 11. Call me old if you want to, go right a fucking head, but you just don't get that experience on those older operating systems or those newer operating systems. God, I need to get my ass to bed. But that's why I run this OS because it's just for my experience for Windows for the NT kernel, it's just the best experience. You know, that's why I run it. You know, I have no point or no fucking reasons to run Windows 10 or 11. That's my take, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.